How did I lost weight and got from this size to this one? First of all, I want to say that I'm 32 years old and my journey in weight loss began at my 17 years old. And the cause for it was my years in university. I came home to my household, to my family, and that was not a very safe place. I mean, that was very aggressive, scandalous, I would say, nothing physical, but psychologically. That was just very traumatic. That was not cool to be in. And I didn't say that I was smoking at the time, smoking a lot, and I was smoking actually from 14 years old. And that helped me so much to cope with my anxiety through the years. But when I was at my home city on my holidays from university, I couldn't smoke. Couldn't kind of say this to my parents, like I need to smoke because I have to, calm myself down somehow. And instead of this, I've started to eat a lot. I remember this moment like it was yesterday. This moment when I realized that actually when you eat a lot, like way more than you need, you feel this numbness inside of you. Feel calm feeling. As soon as I realized that, I started to buy a lot of food. And I remember how much I would overeat. That would be crazy. That would be something new for me. Only after 3 or 2 weeks, I was already 7 kilos more, or maybe even 10. And by the time I get back to university, 1st of September, I was already so overweight that nothing would fit me from my clothes. Only something and some clothes that were stretching a lot. And I was so ashamed of myself. Till this day, I remember this shock, even though that's not this weight. It was 59 kilos, but it was, oh my gosh, for me, it was crazy. I couldn't look in the mirror. I felt the disgust. I felt ashamed. I didn't want to go anywhere. So I experienced an eating disorder in a worst scenario ever. Maybe not the worst, because I couldn't get vomiting thing right because I really wanted to do so. I couldn't learn how to do that. But I've tried really hard many times. Sometimes that would happen, but why I'm saying that I'm not professional at this, because that was not cool. That was not cool. I couldn't do this repeatedly because that was so much effort, just hard for me. So I couldn't do this often, and then I just gave up and didn't do it at all. And what I used laxatives. So I've got an eating disorder, and I've been in this situation for 9 years. I've been losing weight and gaining weight, losing weight and gaining weight. This got me even further in my weight. So I got this situation like that was maximum 69 kilograms. For some people that doesn't sound like much, but remember that my height is 165 centimeters. So for me, that's a lot. And you can see this on a picture. So I felt crazy. I needed to find a job at the time, and I couldn't. Each time I would go on interview, I would be so self-conscious. I felt so bad. Like it was even hard to breathe for me at the time. I couldn't go on the streets. I was afraid again to meet somebody on the street, like people to see me in this kind of situation. And I wanted to lose weight, and I was living in this I'll be on a diet tomorrow paradigm. Only 5 years ago, when I realized that I can't think about diets or healthy nutrition only, or counting calories, all this obsession with foods. You need to count your calories, to do how many carbs, fats and protein you've eaten every day. You need this and that, you need this healthy recipe. Instead of that, you need to search for it, you need to buy for it products. Oh my gosh, this was so much. I felt that I missed so much in my life on those years, like from 17 years old to 20 something. And I realized that I don't want to go this way anymore. And 5 years ago, a little bit more than 5 years ago, I realized that I need another way. And at the time, I didn't even know the term intermittent fasting. I didn't even know. I just decided that I'm going to have some eating window till 3 p.m. And I think now that that's very extreme and you don't need to go this far, but that was my decision. And for 2 or 3 years, maybe 2, yeah, I've been on this window. So I could start it, eat from whatever I wanted, and I would wake up pretty early on my work, maybe 6 a.m., 7 a.m., and then I would have my breakfast, and then 3 p.m. my window closed, that's it. I would try to make healthy choices, but also I would eat something that I like each and every day. And after 2 years, as I said, I realized that actually I can expand my window till 4 p.m. At the beginning, when I was at adaptation state, it was not easy. I would break my window, I would break my challenge, but I would always come back to it. And I saw how my weight starting to go down, and I didn't feel that I'm on a diet. I didn't feel deprived. Of course, at the moment of my fasting window, I felt like, yeah, I want to eat. Yeah, this is so dull at the evening. I feel some dopamine deficiency. I feel some motivation deficiency. I don't want to do anything. But I was in this adaptation state, voluntarily battling with this feeling of hunger. I need to wait only till tomorrow. That's not a big deal. I have to try to wait till tomorrow. And in the morning, I can eat whatever I want. But the trick is that in the morning, you don't feel as hungry as you think you would feel, because you felt like, oh my gosh, I want to eat at night so much. I will wake up and eat an elephant. No, you would not. That's the trick. So you just have to be patient. And then maybe after a month or two, I kind of got used to it. I felt much better. I didn't feel as hungry. Also, I would drink tea. I would drink some coffee, some drinks that are very close to 0 calories. And I would try not to drink as much of Diet Coke, like very rarely. At the time, I would also chew gum sometimes, just to chew something. This is not a good idea. This is actually a very dangerous one, because you produce saliva and this goes into your stomach, and that can cause some problems. Do not do that. That was my mistake, and I did it. I admit it. This time I gave up this thing because this is a mistake. That's not good, and I felt really better. So for me, very important was to have at my home some nice tea, some nice coffee. Of course, I was exercising, but I was exercising since 17, since I gained weight. I was exercising in the gym. Then I learned how to exercise at home, and many people are saying that it's so hard to exercise at home because your sofa is so close to you. This is such a time economy. You don't have to go anywhere, waste time on changing clothes, on putting your clothes into your bag, taking a shower, everything. You just at home, put some of your clothes, maybe not very nice ones, on yourself, do your exercises, and then go back to your things. Of course, for this you need to have some discipline, and personally I do like nice gyms for the ability to isolate some muscles and do some exercises. This is very nice, and now from time to time I'm going to the gym. Basis of my workouts I do at home only because this is very comfortable. In a year I realized that, you know what, people are doing the same thing and they call it intermittent fasting. I didn't count calories from that day on. This kind of behavior, I found it very prone to an eating disorder, and I don't recommend that. I never weigh my food. Of course, I have some rules for my nourishment, but that's the whole different subject for another video. If you're interested in it, you just tell me in the comments down below and I will share. I can't say that I'm eating junk food in my eating window and that's it. No, that's not it for sure. And I don't think that that's respectful for yourself, being on junk food only. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer it. And if this was motivational, anyhow helpful for you, please tell me in the comments down below, and put your likes here and follow my channel.